So welcome to Best Beer Buddies episode 2, Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is the beer festival. Probably the first, not entirely going to be able to substantiate that. Established in 1810 as a reception and anniversary party, what started with just beer and horse racing evolved into the archetype for most city and county fairs and beer festivals around the world. It's imitated and duplicated worldwide, and it's on every beer fan's bucket list because some of the best beer that inspired the rest of what craft beer is doing was started as an Oktoberfest beer or a Marzen. It's called a Marzen, or a March beer in German, because it's brewed, cellared, and aged to be brought out in the March time frame, the middle of spring, early summer, which makes Oktoberfest as a beer festival very unique. The American style is to, actually make a beer that you premiere at a festival, right? At Oktoberfest, they are drinking what is left of the Marzen so that they can do it again for the next year. It's an absolutely beautiful thing, kept with impeccable standards. There are actually legal statutes about what is contained in these beers and what is allowed to be called an Oktoberfest beer as opposed to something in the style of Oktoberfest beer, which there are many, including American breweries, that do beer in the vein of Oktoberfest. This, Polliner, is one of the 6 breweries that is allowed to purvey brew at Oktoberfest Munich, where the actual event is held. It's been imported, it's been changed a little bit, but the spirit is still the same of this absolutely fantastic flagship for an entire movement in beer. Care to try some?
Absolutely.
Let's get down.
It's a hell of an intro. Drink.
Oh. Wow. And now you understand why.
Having just been at the Renton Oktoberfest, where they had the Hofbrauhaus Oktoberfest, this is fantastic. I wish I would have had an opportunity to have it there. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the opportunity to. I'm so glad that I have it right now. Thank you for sharing with us, Richard.
Now, is Hofbrau still the blonder, lighter style, or is it darker orange like this?
It's very similar body to this. It's got the same color.
Okay.
Still pretty good, but this is a little bit more of a winter bite to it. I like it.
Okay, cool. Sarah, what are you thinking?
I like it. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. It's really, really easy to drink. I don't want to call it floral, but I do. Yeah, it's good. You should just drink it. You should drink a lot of it. Not a lot, but...
Speaking of drinking a lot, I mean, Oktoberfest, average beer intake over the 3 weeks of the event, 1 million gallons of this.
Wow.
Yeah. German
I understand, son. I understand.
You can go and put that in my backyard. I'll be ready for this. All right, so here we are. We actually have the Dinkel Acker. This is an Oktoberfest style beer, but it's not actually one of the original Oktoberfest breweries. So as Richie was saying, there's those purity laws where they can call it an Oktoberfest, but not quite Oktoberfest. So here we are. It smells fantastic. I can't wait. Cheers, friends.
Cheers. Prost.
You can taste it.
Wow.
It's clearly in the vein of the Polliner that we just had.
Yeah.
You've had the Hofbrau before, or E02.
I've also had the Hofbrau.
Very similar.
Absolutely. This is probably a little closer to the original Hofbrau. So if you can't get it in your market, this would be a close runner-up to it. Yeah, that's good. It's even almost has like a sweet berry in the back to it. I don't know how else to explain it, but
yeah, I'm getting a smoother berry, very very clean, fruity thing at the back that makes this so much more sessionable than the Polliner. I mean, the Polliner established as a standard, but I would drink a lot more of this. I would say they outdid the original potentially.
You know what?
If you're from Germany and you disagree with me, please don't kill me for that insight.
This is something I would drink while mowing the lawn. That's probably one of the best explanations I could think about it. I could sit and drink it all day when it's hot, when it's cold. That's a winner right here.
Sarah,
Okay.
it'll do.
The first sip, I got almost a caramel aftertaste with it. I didn't get the fruity notes that these guys were picking up. It's alright. It's not my favorite. I'll drink it. If somebody buys me a pint, then I'll drink it. But, yeah, it's good.
All right then. We have a third intro in just a minute. Thank you for everyone's contribution.
Alright, so for our final Oktoberfest beer of the evening, we are going to be drinking the Victory Fest Beer. Victory is a brewery in Pennsylvania, and little known fact, Pennsylvania is right next to Ohio. Didn't know if you guys knew that, but it is. And in Ohio is the United States' largest Oktoberfest celebration. So, in Cincinnati, way to go, guys. Also from Ohio, a little bit of pride right there. Let's drink. Let's do it.
Indeed.
Prost, buddies.
Prost.
Prost.
Interesting.
So,
Definitely a different party.
my first reaction for this one is more of almost a farmhouse.
Yeah.
It's a bit in the farmhouse region to me. I'm definitely picking up hops more than malts on this guy.
Yeah, it's a lot different than the first two that we had. Not bad different, just different.
I'm going to make a bad metaphor. It's almost Batman versus Superman. It's the darker, angrier fest beer. The other things we were drinking were very smooth, very light, almost floral. This one, it's darker, it's hoppier. You almost feel compelled to chew it. It's aggressive on your palate. Not to say that it's bad in its difference. It's just clearly a different interpretation than what we've tried from across the pond over in Germany.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that I love about Victory is being the one that loves those bitters. Victory always leans more towards the bitters, in my opinion. Their IPA line is one of my top favorites. So, to me, this feels like home.
I just like it better. I don't know if it's the German versus American style of brewing, or if this is, I don't know. It hits the notes better for me. This I could drink while I was mowing the lawn or just all day beer, but this is a day drinker for me, and that's a beer you drink all day.
For additional information, for the resources we use for our facts about Oktoberfest, and to subscribe, follow the links below and over there.
And always follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook.
Best Beer Buddies. Thank you so much for watching. We've enjoyed sharing these delicious beers with each other, with you. We hope to see you again real soon. And
don't forget that this is a two-way conversation. If you have an opinion about any of the beers that we've drank, share it. If you have a beer you want us to drink or a style you want us to explore to see if you're not completely off the rails with your opinion of it, send us your recommendation. We're going there and we're doing that. We've got all day.
All right, thanks so much to Edison City Ale House for hosting us, Tony. Totally rad. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time, buddies.